Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Play Too Much Sessions. My name is Brad Wagner. I'm your host, and we are joined today from Mill Valley, California. Sunny today, sunny Mill Valley, California, by Forrest Sun. Forrest, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, hello everybody. Hi Brad, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, of course, man. I put on my San Francisco-east things for today. I've got my Grateful Dead shirt. We've got Grace Slick over my shoulder right there. So
Representing Mill Valley then, for sure.
yeah, it's very much so. And Jude, thank you for taking the time to do this, and congratulations to you because your 10th studio album just came out. Stubborn Breathing Heart came out on New Year's, and now you've got 10 albums out in the world, and we're going to hear a lot of your music today. Can you tell us what's coming up first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play the title track, Stubborn Breathing Heart, from this new record. And shall I jump right into it?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Just me and the moon and this whole big night, trying to get in tune, trying to get right. The stars chime in, we're all missing you. If you're wondering, I still do. I'm not the one you turn to anymore. I don't know what you're going through. I'm not a failure, I'm not a savior. I'm stubborn, breathing hard like you. Everybody's hustling, trying to make it through. We all feel that hunger for something new. Gather our infusions of chemicals, water our illusions, watch them grow. I'm not the one you talk to anymore. I don't know what you've been through. I'm not a failure, I'm not a savior. I'm stubborn, breathing hard like you. Just me and the moon in this whole big night, trying to get in tune, trying to get right. The stars chime in, we're all missing you. If you're wondering, I still do. I'm not the one you turn to anymore. I don't know what you're going through. I'm not a failure, I'm not a savior. I'm stubborn, breathing hard like you. I'm stubborn, breathing hard like you. I'm stubborn, breathing hard like you.
Thanks, Forrest.
Thank you, Brad.
And this sounds great, dude. You sound great in a solo acoustic environment with you and your guitar. And in case anyone who's watching the stream right now is not yet familiar with the album, can you talk a little bit about what people can expect to hear from the arrangements and the various added elements? I mean, I know Hannah Myers sings backgrounds on that song that you
She
just
does, yeah,
that you
from
just
the
did.
Bittersweets.
Rob Hooper from Hot Buttered Rum. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of really special guests on this record. Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what people can
Absolutely, yes.
expect?
So this album came about through my Patreon supporters this last year, where they all contributed every month for a new song every month, and at the end of the year, compiled it all culminated into this album, Sudden Breathing Heart. And it was produced by Gowan Matthews, who I love working with. He did my last album, Brighter Day, as well as a producer here in the Bay Area, has a studio in San Pablo, and we work really well together. And Gowan is just one of the fastest engineers I've ever worked with. It moves really quickly, which I love to work quickly in the studio, and also just plays a zillion instruments and is always down to we get to try things and just throw stuff on there and see what really works. It's like painting. It's like playing with different colors. So it's been a joy to work with him. He used to play with the Mickey Hart Band as a guitar player, toured with
Yeah,
them.
that's right. I was going to say, I mean, it seems like Mickey Hart is definitely the kind of dude who in the studio would keep you on your toes and would keep you experimenting. So I'm sure that Gowan's chops have been honed even more sharply from all that experience with Mickey.
Yeah, so he toured with them. Tony Furtado Band, he toured with, and Ben Lee, and he's just a real versatile musician, a musician's musician who. But he has just a genuine love of the folk music, that, the acoustic based stuff that is what I do. So we work well together, and it's been fun to bring in different people on this record. It's a variety of styles. There's gospel, there's folk, there's reggae, there's a song that the reggae song is a tribute to Toots and the Maytals, who we lost this last year, who I'm a huge fan of, and been listening to that album Reggae Got Soul since I was 2.5 years old, since it came out, and it's still an album that I really love, and so I was sorry to lose him. I'm glad I did get to see him live a couple times, and
yeah, me too, dude. I saw him do you remember when Maritime Hall used to be there, like right by the entrance to the Bay Bridge?
Yeah.
Up on the hill. I saw him at Maritime. The stage is like 2 feet high or something, so everybody ended up on the stage eventually at one point. He's like putting the mic. I mean, he's just like the nicest, glowingest dude ever.
Yeah, just all heart and soul, that guy. So a huge inspiration for me in that way. And so there's a couple different reggae tunes on this record, and Kelly McFarling is another wonderful artist who sings harmonies on some of these, and Laura Louise, and I love male and female voices together, and so it's always wonderful to bring in different artists to sing with me, because harmony is just a beautiful thing that happens when people sing together.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of the record. I'm really excited to share it with everybody, and I'm going to continue releasing a new song every month in this coming year, 2021. And people can join me on Patreon for that. And I really love that rhythm as an artist, to be able to create each month and have something to share and get that feedback right away, and have an inspiration to keep writing songs and sharing them with people.
Nice. Well, dude, we will stay tuned, and hopefully, as much as I appreciate what's happening right now doing the remote session, hopefully you're able at some point during 2021, maybe it'll be till 2022, but hopefully we get to cross paths in reality, have a beverage together, hang out, and see these songs together in the same space, because I've been enjoying the record very much. Stubborn Breathing Heart is the name of it. I've been listening to it almost nonstop this week and the week before, so thanks for sharing the music with us live today, man. What's coming up second today?
Let's play a song. This is called Diamond. And this is from a record I did a while ago called Harlequin Goodnight. I know a diamond should think she's hard, doesn't know how bright she is. She dreams of being a falling star, doesn't know what light she gives. Most of the time, she leaves herself behind. Most of the time, she's last in line. I know a diamond she thinks she costs, doesn't know how much she's worth. She'll give it all, you don't have to ask. Doesn't know all this is hers. Most of the time, she leaves herself behind. Most of the time she's last in line. Wonder what would happen if she let her walls come down. Wonder what would happen if she let herself be found. I know a diamond, she thinks she's hard, doesn't know how bright she is. She looks up wistfully at the stars, doesn't know what light she gives. Most of the time she leaves herself behind. Most of the time it's last in line. She's last in line.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you mentioned the relationship with Godwin earlier. I'd like to dive a little bit deeper into what that working relationship looks like. Like, do you tend to bring absolutely complete songs and arrangements and like exact ideas in mind into that studio? Do you tend to bring like structures in mind and then have collaborate with him to fill those things out, or what does that look like when you guys get into the studio together?
Well, this last year I've really written best when I've had the opportunity to go to a friend's house up in the mountains for a week by myself, so someplace new, and there was a guitar up there. It was a different guitar somehow. Just having a change of scenery and a different guitar, I just wrote a ton, and I work at really trying to get them as complete as possible in terms of arrangement, verse, chorus, bridge, lyrics all finished, and I usually have an idea of where I want it to go, so I bring that in. But sometimes Gowan surprises me with something that I would never have thought of, that I just love, and that, you know, he'll have great ideas. And sometimes I can come in with something that's sort of half-baked, hasn't come through whole, hasn't been quite finished, and he'll have just the right thing to finish it off. So it is just a joy to have someone to bounce that off with, who I trust their musical taste and opinion and ability, and he doesn't write songs so much, you know, as a lyricist or a songwriter, but he just has an awareness of what a song can be, that I just love working with him in that way.
That's interesting what you said too about the geographic location, about just being up in the mountains. I mean, I've noticed that to be true as well. Just when I don't play professionally by any stretch of the imagination, but when I go up to Lake Tahoe, it's different. Everything smells different. The air is different. The way your fingers interact with the strings is different because it's drier. It's just, I could understand how that would bring out a different.
You nailed it. That's where I was. I was up in Sugar Bowl. Some friends have a house there that they let me stay in for a week, and you know, it's not ski season. It was just time to get out and walk, and but it was smoky at the time from the fires out here, so I actually didn't end up doing as much hiking or mountain climbing as I had planned to do because it was too smoky. I mean, it was.
I was out there, dude. I visited my folks are in Tahoe City, and I visited them right at that time and flew over it from Long Beach. It was like, dude, it looks like a volcano's erupting down there.
Yeah. So something about that just sort of apocalyptic feeling, and you know, watching the sun go down and not being able to leave the house, but being away from the usual distractions of home, was a potent combination for me for writing. And I just found myself sitting and playing every day, which I don't always do it when I'm at home. I get distracted by life, dishes to do, you know, keeping the house clean, and emails and all the things that happen when you're in your home. But So there hasn't been a lot of travel for me, of course, this last year. I mean, the year before I did 59 tour dates in 53 cities, and then I was in Texas when things shut down. South by Southwest got shut down, and of course, I haven't played any shows since. And so I'm grateful for this kind of thing where we get to see each other, and especially since I'm a fan, man. I had only discovered you doing the pace sessions in the last few weeks, and
Dude,
it was
that
kind
feels
of
really good to hear, man. Thank you.
yeah, serendipitous timing to be when they asked me if I knew who you were, if I want to do this. I was like, yeah, of course. So that's really cool. I miss the beard though. Where's the full beard?
It was just so hot this summer. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I don't need a beard down to my nipples anymore. I don't need hair halfway down my back anymore. It's just too hot. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's
I
going
hear
to
you.
come back for the season after this season. I'm going to keep it short until probably next fall, and then I'm going to want the Rumpelstiltskin beard to come back.
Right on, right on. Well, by the time we are in the same room together again, maybe
Yeah.
it will be there. Just so I feel like I'm doing the pace studio sessions.
Yeah. Well, man, that feels really good for me to hear. I'm glad that you have had that, even though there's not the normal outlet of getting on the road and doing stuff, that you at least found one way to keep things going and to be up in that cabin and create. I've been enjoying the outcome of that very much. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm actually, I think as an artist, it's good to have some downtime, and this has been a little too much, but for the most part, I feel like it's been productive for me. I've been painting. I'm a visual artist as well, and sell my paintings,
Yeah.
and I did a 400-page book of my paintings, coffee table hardcover book that I'm proud of, that came out this year. And
I know. Congratulations, man. Forest Sun Art.
yes, indeed. And then also a songbook I did, which I've been wanting to do. This being my 10th record, I thought, okay, it's time for a songbook of how to play these songs with all the lyrics and all the chords, and geared towards beginning and intermediate guitar players. And so that's something fans have been asking for a long time, and I have not done. So I finally sat down and got that done this past year. So that felt good to have something physical you can hold in your hand
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
show for the year. Yeah.
Nice. Well, good, man. I'm glad that all those things are happening. It sounds busy, and there's no signs of anything slowing down. You're going to do a song a month, and then have another album out in 2021. Or I mean, it's just the prolific output continues. So we'll stay excitedly tuned as
Stay
those things
tuned.
come out in the world. What do you feel like doing third for today? What do you feel like playing third in this session today?
Let's do a song. This is called Little Mountain. I'm looking out the window right now at Mount Tamalpais here in Marin County, and that inspired this song. Since I know you used to live out here, I'll play you this one. This is off the album last year, Brighter Day, and this song is called Little Mountain. Little mountain, I have come to know you well. You have been so very kind. Now I say farewell. Your only daughter was to be my bride. We lived together by your side. Now she's gone, I too must go. Where I'm bound, I don't know. Oh my soul, oh my soul. Where I'm bound, I don't know. Little mountain, you have been my fate calls, I'm bound. When my road has reached its end, I'll come back to you again. Your deepest valleys, your highest peaks, I'll tell you all that I have seen. Oh my soul, oh my soul, I'll tell you all that I have seen. Oh my soul, oh my soul, I'll tell you all that I have seen. When it's time for me to die, I lay down by your side, neath your stones, down redwood trees, little mountain, I will sleep. Oh my soul, oh my soul, little mountain, I will sleep. Oh my soul, oh my soul, little mountain, I will sleep. Yeah.
Man, it sounds great. Thanks for doing it. This is precisely what I want to be doing on my Monday. Happy MLK Day. Thanks for spending it with us. So you mentioned the book Forest Sun Art that just came out as part of your absolutely prolific output lately, and I suppose for a long time. You just put out your 10th album, but this 400-page book came out as well. Can you talk about? I mean, I'm not very well versed in visual arts or in the painting world at all. Can you talk a little bit about some of the artists who've really done it for you over the years? Some of the artists that maybe got you into it in the first place, or just artists who you've enjoyed from that world?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I went to art school in Barcelona and at UC Santa Cruz. And when I was in Barcelona studying art, I spent a lot of time in the library, and that was one of my favorite things, was just hanging out with these art books where you could get a sense of an artist's whole body of work in one place and just sit down and sort of absorb it all, take it in, and learn about their life a little bit. And that was just a marvelous way to get to know art. And then, of course, museums. The Chagall windows at the Art Institute in Chicago. Chagall was a big inspiration. I was in Paris a couple years ago working on a film and got to go out to see Monet's Water Lilies, where he lived and painted, and see all that in person, to see what actually inspired him. And that was really cool. I had a Danish roommate when I was in college who was a huge fan of abstract art, like Mark Rothko, who he was a big fan of. And I didn't get it at first, and then he really got me to see it in a new way, and I really appreciate his work. And I was in Houston and hoping to go to this. There's a Rothko chapel there, but it was closed on the day I was staying in the museum district and walked just close by to it and walked, but it was closed that day, which I was upset about. But I'm just grateful that I have that opportunity to play with color as well as play with sound and words, and all those mediums for me express different feelings and emotions and awarenesses and ideas about the world that I can't always get across with just words alone or with words at all. So I think color can do that. There's a song I wrote, it's on my first album, called Portrait, and the line is, "Color is my sanctuary. I take refuge in brilliant hues, and these days are strewn around me in violet, crimson, greens, and blues." And I like the way that words can point to color, and color can point to feelings, and all of this is what we have to communicate with each other and express what it feels like to be embodied here as a unique relational swirl of molecules that's is interacting with the world and with each other, even though we're all made of the same stuff.
I remember I went to not having a great grounding or basis in Rothko. I was at the Whitney before everything turned crazy. This was at some point, I don't know, December maybe of last year, was in of 2019 at the Whitney, and was looking at the Rothkos, and then there's a William Eggleston, I believe, but there was a quote, and I mean, these words just really did it for me. It was something that Dennis Hopper said that was painted on the wall. It said, I'm going to butcher it specifically, but something to the effect of whether or not you understand what it is you're looking at, the emotional reaction, like pretend like these items on the wall are your friends, and your reaction to each one of them is going to be a different reaction. And if it's a friendly thing and you want to spend some time with that item on the wall, that's your friend and you like that thing. If it doesn't spark that sort of feeling inside of you, just fucking keep walking. Whether you get what's happening there or not, whatever that sparks inside of you, that was sort of how he viewed any art like that. And that then allowed me to go back and look at the Rothkos and say, all right, yes, that one. I'm going to hang with that one for a minute. No, not so much that one. I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I met Dennis Hopper in Taos, New Mexico. He was a photographer as well. I don't know if there was some of his photography at that exhibit where you saw that.
It was probably, that quote was probably in the William Eggleston collection. I think that there was some crossover between those guys. I don't remember specifically, but that kind of makes sense to me.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, how cool that we have these ways of communicating with each other, and how important they are. And I think there's places where, as a society, they know that importance and they value it. They fund it with their governments and their arts programs and everything. And I know in my lifetime, a lot of that stuff has been cut from the schools here, and so I just think it's so important that we continue to support the arts for our hearts, for our souls, for our well-being, for our mental health. So that's what's cool about the stuff that you're doing as well, getting a chance to share. It's a real legacy you've left with all these thousands of videos of artists sharing what they do. It's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it's only cool because you come and make it cool. I mean, otherwise it would just be me and my photograph of Grace Slick over my shoulder in my living room. And it's cool because you showed up to play. So I really appreciate it very much.
Well, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, of course. And there's more music coming up, man. What do you feel like doing next?
You got time for one more? Let's do it.
Yeah, please.
Let's play. Drop my pick. Yeah, so this is another older tune that I felt like playing today. This one's called Sometimes My Mind. Sometimes my mind is a big bully, grabbing this moment from my hands, never satisfied, never truly willing. How it got so stubborn I refuse to understand. I got a friend calls me on the road, sings me songs, asks me how I'm doing. I got a friend, makes light of my load. She builds me up when I'm in ruins. She builds me up when I'm in ruins. Yellow flower, rusty red tin roof. It's a waking dream I'm living through. Will I make ends meet? Will I meet my end? If I meet my maker, really like my friends. I got a friend who calls me when she's sad, says she needs someone to make her smile. I got a friend who never calls me back, and you're still my friend though it's been a while. Yeah, it sure has been a while. Sometimes my mind is an army general, stomping around, making demands. And though it tries, it's never truly able to lay down that sword and give a command, to ditch the chore of making plans, stop keeping score with every glance, to dare the floor and really dance.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you coming and doing this so much. Stubborn Breathing Heart is the record. It just came out on New Year's Day. And thank you for playing with us today. And also congratulations on the release of Forest Sun Art. It's a massive coffee table book full of your paintings and visual art, 400 pages of artwork. There's just such an impressively prolific output that has been pouring out of you, and like we said earlier, it's going to keep on going. You're still doing that Patreon project. We'll keep on seeing a song a month. And dude, where's a good place for people to keep in touch with you? Do you tend to be Instagrammy, or do you tend to where can people stay tuned for more developments?
Yeah, all the socials are good. Or the best thing really is the Patreon page, or just go to forestsun.com and sign up on the mailing list. And that's really nice to actually communicate by email. I'm kind of old school that way, but I feel like we've kind of shifted from where something rare was considered valuable to something ubiquitous somehow has more value. And I'm wondering if that's the case. Like I just feel like my time is best spent creating art, creating music, making new records, writing songs, traveling, sharing them with people, or doing this kind of thing to share it with people, and maybe not posting what I'm eating for breakfast and 4 times a day on Instagram stories, like the marketing pundits have told me I need to stay in everybody's attention all the time. But I don't think I need or would like to be in everybody's attention 24/7. That's not why I'm doing this. I would like people to listen to my music and appreciate my art, and that part is really rewarding for me, and sharing it with people and connecting with people in a very real and impersonal way, in-person way and personal way, if possible. So yeah, good old email is really, really wonderful. I take the time to write something nice and keep people posted on what I'm doing. But of course, for those who are a fan of the social medias, I have to do that, and I am there, and I like to share artwork and music and poetry or whatever I'm working on, and also stay in touch and hear from people. So please reach out, say hello. I do this to connect with you all.
All right, man. Well, and also we go live. Play Too Much goes live at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. We've got Good Bison coming up next week, I believe. I forget the date exactly, but we do this regularly. So if you enjoyed the session, please do subscribe. We'll do it on a regular basis. Forrest, this has been awesome, man. Thank you very much for doing it. Enjoy the rest of your MLK Day today.
Yes, yeah. Shout out to Martin Luther King Jr. today. I'm paraphrasing his quote, but he's just, what was it? He says, darkness cannot
Cannot overcome darkness. Only light can do that.
Only light can do that. Only love can do that. So yeah, just sending light and love to everybody today. And thanks for having me on the show here, Brad. It's been a pleasure.
All right, man. That goes both ways. You. Thank you very much.
Take care.